Okay, I can't believe it, but we've actually been in Atlanta for 6 months now, and I'm still having to use maps to get around, and I don't think that's going to change for a while. I'm actually out running errands, and I wanted to show you one of the cool Chick-fil-A's that is near us that we can go to. This one is so unique. You see in the middle, you can drive through that. Let's see if I can actually zoom you in. Isn't that cool? You like drive through that, and then the kitchen and stuff is up top. Love it. There's so many different locations, the luau, the grill. If you come to Atlanta, you have to give some of these unique Chick-fil-A's a try. They are my favorite part about living here. I'm gonna head over to Costco now and run in and get some things. I love living here too because we have a Costco and Sam's within a mile or two of each other, so I can get both things that I like. I like them both for completely different reasons. We like the food court and some of the things at Sam's more. I like the healthy options at Costco better. It's just, I like them both, and so we have to have a membership to both. But today I'm just gonna go to Costco. There are a few things that I want to look for. There's some shirts that Kyle really likes, and I'm gonna see if they still have any more of those. We're working on a garden for a back patio, so I need another bag of soil. I'm gonna see if they actually have that here. And then there's this dinner plate set that I keep seeing online that I really want, and I can't decide on the color. They haven't had it in the store, and so I'm gonna go and see if it looks like they may from their app, which that's another reason I like Sam's more. Costco's app is not as intuitive, I don't think, especially to see what is like in the warehouse. All that said, I'm gonna go in and see if they actually do have the plates that we really want, because it's a set. It looks so nice, and I think it has like 16 pieces, 2 bowls, 2 plates, and it was like $50 or so. So with moving so much, so many of the sets that we've had are like chipped and different things, so I actually thrifted this really sturdy set of plates, and Kyle told me he thought it's probably like restaurant plates almost because they're so sturdy and uniform, but we don't have matching bowls or anything like that, and I really would love just to have a more cohesive set like that, make this feel like a final, maybe not our final move. This is a rental home that we're in. I don't think we'll be moving across the country necessarily again, especially like 15 hours like we did from Iowa to Georgia, or actually it might have been more. But so all that to say, we have a ton of broken things that are chipped and cracked, and I would really like a nice matching set, so we're gonna treat ourselves to that today. Then we're gonna go back home, see if we can work on that patio area, and we are doing hibachi at home tonight, so I have most everything for that, but I'm gonna double check my list. Let's go. I just remembered why I don't go to Costco or Sam's on Sundays. It was so crowded, oh my gosh. But I found what I needed plus some, so that was good. But we also need tomato and pepper plants, and Kyle, that's his expertise, so I'm gonna let him go to Home Depot and pick those out. But I still want to go to Target today. That's not gonna be as crazy, so we'll go to Target, but then I really need to get home. I did a photo session in a restaurant this week, and I really want to get them those images by tomorrow. I shoot some things that are for the limited time only menu offering, so the seasonal item. For this one that I just recently shot, they need to advertise stuff that's coming in May, and they have something specific that's different than all of the other ones, so I need to make sure to get those to them this week. So I say I don't really have a deadline, but it's really just I try to get them to them within less than a week. Really, my goal is usually like 2 or 3 days, but this will be like four. I guess it'll be it'll be like 2 to 3 work days, so not a big deal, but I really just want to get them to them so that they can start planning their social media for it. So the goal now is Target, Home Depot, I'll leave to Kyle. However, I'm sitting on almost E, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some gas while I'm here at Costco, if it's not super crowded. Really always thank God for whoever put the design where it shows you which side of the car your gas pump is on, because I have to utilize that every single time. The side that my car is on must be the most popular because all these sides are really full. So we wait. So I'm looking for some pool supplies at Target because we have a pool in our neighborhood. However, we're still waiting on all the information on whether we can actually bring floats to it. So I did pick some up because we don't have as many Targets around us as we did when we were in Iowa, or they're just in really congested areas. So the one that's near us gets sold out of things quickly. So I secured some floats just in case. All right, last stop was made, and since we want to do at-home hibachi nights more, got the Blackstone scoop. We do not have this. We have a bunch of other accessories, but of course we are missing one. So I think this will be great for doing rice on the Blackstone. And then I got some broth to make the soup that you get at a hibachi restaurant. And then I got sherbet because we have been getting that at the end of the meal at one of the ones we go to at the beach. And so I thought that would be fun to get too. So got all that. Gonna go home and get started on making that hibachi. I have no clue why I made it seem like I'm doing any of the work because I'm really not. Kyle is doing everything. I'm just snacking and working on my gallery. I did get it finished and sent off to my client. I'm so excited about this month's images, and here's a little peek. Now we are just trying to spruce up our little patio area with all the dead grass around it. Hopefully the dead grass will not rub off on our garden, which I have been working on, and I'll share more about that at the end of the video. But really just hoping that this kind of plant can work out because parts of our yard are looking pretty sad, and it was like that when we moved in, and I know Kyle would have it looking differently in a heartbeat if I let him use his free time for that, but we've had plenty of other projects on the to-do list. It's hibachi night. We're making it. Kyle's making it. Let's go see how it's coming along. Today's kind of a reset day. Sunday being that weekend day that's usually off, we don't really allocate it for catching up on housework and stuff as much. There are certain things that have to get done that day, but I guess it's more for me, like laundry and things like that. I don't do that as much on Sunday, but I like to do it more on Monday. But today I'm going to be planting things into this greenstalk. So we have 2 now. And the list for this one is I'm going to do arugula, lettuce in the top tier, radish and carrot in the second tier, and then spinach, kale, and arugula in the 3rd tier. And then in the 4th, 5th, and 6th tier, you can see that they're deeper than the top 3. Kyle is going to do tomatoes and peppers in those. So he got some of those plants. And then I'm going to grab the labels out of his plants and go ahead and relabel them with these markers so it's a little bit more uniform. And then I need to put soil into the berry cups on this one. This is our other one. I'll spin you around. So we have this one right here, and this one has, I have the list inside, but I'll walk over and show you. So this one has some kale in it that's coming up, chives that has not come up yet, marigolds planted throughout it, lavender, rosemary, and I love the green stalks because they can spin. Thyme, lettuce, this is butter crunch lettuce, I think this is the same. And so when you see that there are multiple of these, I think I've already started to do it, but I'm gonna like weed it out because eventually like this one right here I'll need to take out, I think all but one. I need to double check that before I start ripping things out. But we've got some green onion over here that's coming up, some spinach. I basically wanted to do a lot of leafy things in this, and then some, what do you call it, like herbs. And so we have basil, we have cilantro. So the top plants that you see, I think, which are parsley, thyme, rosemary, lavender, and basil, sweet basil. These were grown from a potted plant that we picked up at a grocery store. This is from seed, so any that are like this one needs to really be thinned out, and I need to figure that one out. And then the strawberries down here, I don't know how they're gonna do. Strawberries are weird, and Some of the plants I don't know that are doing too great. Some of them seem stronger, and I need to go ahead and check and see. I might grab a few more plants if I still can. You can see I'm taking the strawberries off of them because I'm trying to get them to grow more. These were not good strawberries, so I guess they just were thrown in there, but working on that. And then these strawberry cups, we put soil in them, and they're for the runners that the strawberry plant has. So instead, and I left some pockets empty to put the runner into a different pocket, but you can also use these now. And they just came out with those, so I love them. I'm not a good gardener, but I need to figure out what's going on with these strawberry plants. And then I've got some more flowers on the bottom just to attract our pollinators. Here's a close-up of the pink one. So one of the tomato plants that Kyle got. We have a poblano pepper plant, and then we have more tomato plants down here that need to be planted. And then we do have a support system. This is the support system for the greenstalk. So the support system you use for the big plants like tomatoes, anything that would normally need a cage. We have our cages over there from having tomatoes in containers and growing them up that way. We see people grow them in a greenstalk. We grew a lot of stuff 2 years ago in it, especially the leafy stuff. So just trying to see if we can get more of that. Tomatoes and peppers we usually do in their own pots. And we were thinking about doing that, but then Greenstalk had another sale, and I just thought that maybe we could make it happen and not have to do the potting system. Because what I like about the Greenstalk is, let me show you. You put the water up here and it feeds through every single one. And then it drains out of this tube down here. And so that just makes it a lot easier because you only have to put it in the top. You can just water like the individual little containers. I don't know what they're called. They're called something, but you can water those individually, or you can water in the top, or you can do both. But the bases that we have for these are the wheel spinny bases. It sits on a base that can spin around. So we get sun on this side of the house to this side. So if that is too extreme, like some of those plants are starting to get too much, most of them are full sun, but you can spin it around easily. And then they're also on wheels too, so they can move around. All in all, it's a great renter-friendly way to have a nice garden. And I thought like having 2 was overkill, but if you get onto the Greenstalk Facebook group, there are people who have like 20 in like yards and their houses they live in, so they could have like a full garden, but they just choose to use the Greenstalk system because they like it so much. It's very good quality. They look so sad right now, but I really want to grow strawberries in it, so I need to research and see if I'm gonna have to do some changing. I know that I won't get any this season, but I want to get it started and make sure those plants are good, so we'll see. But some of the stuff that you plant it's not going to come out this season, and some of it will, especially like your leafy things. So I'm going to get started mapping out what I need to plant over in this one. I have this list right here, and then I have my organized bag of seeds right here, where you can hear that some of them have fallen out, and our list all throughout the bag, and that's going to be okay. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing this Monday morning. I'm probably going to end the vlog here. You got to see us through a Sunday of running errands around our little area of Atlanta, cooking at home, and then now working on this garden. And I'll tell you, when we were traveling and on the road, this is the one thing that we really looked forward to. We love to travel. I really would probably do that season all over again, minus the pandemic. But we loved that traveling, but we also love having a stable home base. So I'm hoping we can build that base and then start to travel more again over the next few years. I don't know if we'll be in this home when we're doing it all, but I think our goal is to potentially be here for another 2 years in this home if we can finagle that on re-signing the lease. So starting these gardens and fixing up this little patio area was a good start, but it will all move very easily if for some reason we do have to find a new rental in the area. So all that to say, gotta get to work on these. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.